Hi, Mr. Chu. Sorry that I missed my presentation. I was not really very well, and I really had a lot of things going on at work and school. I mean, at home and such. So it was quite difficult for me. I was just really, struggling with everything at the moment. But of course, I've done my best as such. So, since I couldn't make it for the presentation, I've decided to do a recording about my analysis for Global Superstore. So, I've done the dashboard using Tableau, and yeah, I will just start for with the first slide. So I mean the first worksheet here. So I've done one where we can see an overall of sales and profit by country. So as you can see, you can put your cursor here, and you'll be able to see the sales and profit as well. And I've done the filters at the side, so if you want to filter anything from city to state, you can easily do so. Then you have an overview of the profit and sales uh, for the countries. So according to the analysis here, the United States, US cities have the highest profit and sales, as well as you can see that it's highlighted in green here, dark green. So they have the highest profit um, and by sales and as well, and followed by China, which has a profit of 150,000 683, and sales of 700 1,562. And Turkey is the African countries, as you can see, are the lower performing. Those in red, you can see like Turkey here, they have a negative profit, so they are making a loss indeed. So this is an overview of sales and profit by country. Then I've also done countries with the lowest sales here, so you can see in red we have a clearer view of those countries that are performing uh, with that have a really low sales. So I've just put in a filter for sales that are less than $20,000. So I think we can see like some of the African countries here, like Equatorial Guinea as such, and like Ethiopia, Eritrea have kind of the lower sales. In fact, Eritrea, I think even some of the Central Asian countries like Armenia, Turkmenistan, um, and they have like quite low sales here as well. So yeah, so that's a view. So we can also further drill down to see like the top five cities, by profits and sales. So it's revealed that like the U.S. American cities are in the top five cities by profits and sales. New York City being number one at with $62,000, $62,037, and then followed by Los Angeles and Seattle as such. So we even have San Francisco here. So the US is doing pretty well even with their cities. So we wanted to understand where Global Superstore is coming. I mean, most of their customer segment is coming from. It seems that most of their consumers are coming from the consumer. Most of their customers are coming from the consumer segment. It accounts for most of the sales at 6,507,949, and at 51%. And then we have your corporate customers, which accounts for 30.7% of the profits, as well as with $3,842,698 in sales. And then you have your home office consumers, which is the least um, profit making segment here. So these are the main three customer segments that Global Superstore has. And then from there we can also see where the profits and sales are coming by product category. So the product category that is generating the most profit and sales, the product category, sorry, generating the most profits is the technology category at 663,000 and 799 dollars. So they are raking in the most profits, and also the most sales. The second in sales is furniture. Um, so with a 4,110,874, and but it's noteworthy to see that they have a lower profit than office supplies. Even though office supplies have a even higher profit than furniture, even though their sales are lower. So we will see the underlying reason for that later. We can also see profits of the different categories by country, so you can basically filter to see, for example, like if you want to see table, you can see table. So it seems like the United States for table is making like rather big loss in profits at 17,725. So you can see, and for table it seems that India is the most profitable here. So it seems that they are generating more profits here than compared to the US. So they must be, we can see maybe some underlying reasons for that later. So we can also see sales by the top 5 cities. We can see, by category as well. So like for like, let's like New York City, we can see that for furniture, they are the top, even for office supplies, and it seems like they are buying more products in the technology category. So maybe like your your tech products, your phones as such. So yeah, and then followed by like Los Angeles, Manila, San Francisco. So you can have a breakdown of sales by category for top 5 cities. Then you can even see, because Global Superstore operates basically like in 4 markets: APAC, which is your Asia Pacific, your Europe, Middle East and Africa market, and then your Latin America, and you have your US and Canada. So you can see that it seems like the most profitable profitable segment by market is the Europe and Europe, Middle East and Africa market here. As you can see as such here, they are generating in all categories, they're generating the most profits, as you can see, compared to the others. So you can see here versus in the EMEA market versus let's say even the American market here, the North American market here. You can see that they are doing well by even the consumer segment as such. So that's the most profitable market for you. And then you can even see, like, you can even drill it down to like let's say like the most profitable the top 5 customers, which we want to know who they are, who our customers are. So we can even do a chart to see that as such. And yeah, so this is, now we are going into profits by profit, cost, average, discount, and by subcategory. So we established earlier that despite furniture was bringing in less profits, despite having more sales than even office supplies. So we can actually drill down to see what is causing this, and we can see that like the table subcategory here is actually making a loss for that. Is making a loss, so it could be one contributing factor to this. And one such reason why they're making a loss here, as you can see if we scroll to the right here. So we have your profit, your sales, your cost, your average discount here. So we can see that actually the tables are costing more than what they are selling at. So obviously it will make a loss. And not only that, if we scroll to the right, there is another reason for that, and we can see that here there's like heavy discounting going on at 29%. So as compared to the other categories that are making profit here. So let's look at copiers, for example, here, even if it's in a different segment. So you can see that this is the most profitable segment here. Not segment, subcategory. So they are making profits for this at 258,000 and 568 $258,568. And you can see here that discounting is pretty low as well. So we can see why, the reason that this category here, furniture, is making a loss as well. So this is a very very important table. You can drill down to see. I will just move on to the next table. So we can also see, year by year, if we are going to see, we can see the profits year by year, basically by category and by subcategory. So basically you can see that if I scroll here, you can see that over the years here that basically the furniture segment was making, the furniture subcategory, the table subcategory, sorry, was making a huge loss for that. As you can see here, under the profit, you can see it coincides with an increase in average discount. So as the discounts are going up, increasing, the profits are decreasing for the table category, for example. And we can see here, if we scroll to a different category here, like let's say technology, we can see that copiers is the most profitable, and profits really have been increasing year on year, actually, because I've done the difference for the previous year. So and it seems to go up, it seems to be going up. And we can see that discounts are going down as well for this category, for this this subcategory. So we can see that we can actually determine which are the most, because it's also generating the most sales here, as you can see. And the second one that is generating the most sales here is actually it's actually the phone category as well. It's generating the most sales. Sorry if I have to scroll this side. Out of all the subcategories, phones are the most saleable. So that's also one reason why technology is the most profitable segment, actually, because of sales for copiers and sales for smartphones. Yeah. So we can also do it in a table form to see which product categories are generating the most. And you can see here in green, dark green, that the product that is generating the most profits are copiers, and the ones that are making the huge loss in dark red here is also the table category, as such. So as we drill down, also we can see which are the most saleable products, and we can see that the Apple smartphone here is selling very well, and smartphone and tech products sell very well here. Also copiers as such. Apple smartphones are generating sorry, not in terms of profits, in terms of sales, the Apple smartphone is the most saleable, though it is not generating the most profit because of also the high costs. as we can see. And we can see that also like things like Samsung phone here is making a huge loss here, because it's costing um, more than what they're selling it for. So it could be like, I don't know, discounting going on as such. So you can see that also the poor performing products here, that maybe management can consider not focusing on these few products here. This QB5 QX 3D printer double head, that is generating it's a cause of a loss, a huge loss here at $8,880 dollars. So we can see the loss here. So yeah, we can drill down to see all these, and we can also confirm about that discounting really has a impact on profits. So we can do the profit ratio here, which I've actually done a calculation here, calculated measure here, sorry, oops. Yeah, so we can do it here. I'm not sure if I can, sorry, I'm just trying to do the but I can edit this. So yeah, so this, we can get the profit ratio by just simply taking sum of profit over sum of sales, and to get the profit ratio. And then we can do a scatter plot to see. So we can see here that this is actually quite interesting here, that we can see that as we go to like 30% discount of 30%, you start making losses. So if discounting is above, like below 30%, people are, the product categories are making a lot more, making profits here and not a loss. So we can say that, we can see that we should not be discounting at like 30% as such. If not, we'll be making a loss. So this is the same, we can do it by different countries, the profit ratio by different countries. So we can see that those that offer higher than 30%, all making losses. See, we have like Indonesia here at just on 30%, and after that, greater than 30%, 35, 36, you start to see like losses. So these few countries here, like the Asia, the African countries, your Middle Eastern countries, and your Central Asian countries are making quite a loss here because of heavy discounting. You can see the average discount even for like Nigeria and Turkmenistan is at 70%, so which is way too high. Your optimal profits should be, your optimal average discount should be below 30% to be able to make a profit. So yeah, and then we can see for here we have like sales trend by product category. So we can see that in each category here, that the technology category here is doing very well, and with the peak sales, the peak sales at $222,579 here in the month of November. So we can see here also from this graph that the months of like October, November, and October onwards, especially for technology here, is very saleable here, and it's increasing from the previous year as well. So this is year on year. So you can see like last year, December 2019, we have sales in 140,000 and 451, and then we can see here sales are increasing, and it's increased by 58.5% from the previous year of order, for example. So we can see, we can also deduce that those months are very brings in a lot of sales and profits as well. So we can do it for the same with three categories here. And as such, we can see that furniture is also experiencing declining sales from the previous year as such, and then it picks up again in 2019 and 2020 onwards. So we can compare year over year, and we can also do a sales trend to see to confirm like which months are more profitable. So we can see that the months of uh, October, the fall months, October, November, December are very profitable here. They bring in a lot of sales here, as you can see in November, particularly in November and December, as compared to the other months, like the rest of the year. So the fall months here bring in more sales. Actually, fall starts probably from September, I think. That's just a slight dip here, but it's still doing rather well compared to like the middle of the year from April. I mean, like the April is the poorest performing month here. So maybe like management can consider, maybe you want to offer more promotions in like maybe April to drive sales, for example, like so you can see which months as well. So we can also do like forecasting of sales and profits, with the we can just go here also for analytics, and we can drag the forecast line here, just to do a simple one to see also. So we can see over the years that in 2021 and 2020, we can expect like increasing sales here, and as such until 2023, and also increasing profits from 2020 to 2021. So overall it's looking positive also. Also we can see now, profit and sales. We can do a trend. We can see profit and sales by product category over the past 4 years. As such, you can see that uh, in technology, sales have been rapidly increasing well, as well as office supplies, as such. Even it seems to be the case for all four categories that are increasing, um, steadily in sales as well. Yeah, in furniture, office supplies, and technology. So we can also do like a yearly trend by subcategory and segment to see which are the most profitable segments. As you can see, is the consumer segment here. Sales are increasing rapidly here. For the corporate segment, it seems like there's a huge dip here also, like in furniture, in profits. That could be due to the discounting as well, and possibly a drop in sales maybe. um, Also, we can see like a sharp increase in home supplies from 2019 to 2020 here as well for the home office segment. So it's useful to do this trend line so you can have overview. So now I kind of wanted to look at the returns, as I was saying earlier, because like I think you tried to I recall in one of the lectures, you were saying to, I mean, after I did my presentation for the PowerPoint presentation, you were saying to probably look at sales target, but I wasn't sure on how to manipulate the data to reflect that. So I just continued to look at sales. So we have like your count of orders here, and over years, so we can see that returns compared to product orders, increasing year on year. So 20 as sales is increasing, also the number of returns tend to increase as well, and the return ratio also will increase. So 2020 has the most number of returns at 389. So we can also do return. We can drill down to also see returns by subcategory. We can see that the binders are the ones that are being returned the most for some reason. It could be because they are in the office supplies segment. I mean, category. Sorry. The binder subcategory contributes to the most returns, followed by the storage. It could be because also people are ordering these three are the most popular in sales also: paper, storage, and binders. So there must be a reason why binders are kind of being returned. So chairs also in the furniture segment is kind of being returned a lot. And then also accessories are also being returned a lot for technology. In fact, it's quite high as well. It's in the two in you know with over 200 returns. So it's always useful to know what is the reasons. So we can also drill down also to see uh, if by shipping, by order priority, and by ship mode, how many products are being returned by those. So we can see that here that and the order priority. So we can see that medium priority orders are also being returned by standard class shipping, at it has the highest rate of return. So maybe also like the company can review its courier, its shipping company, shipping partners as such, to find out why this is as such. So basically, yeah, we can drill down to that. And basically this is my kind of like my my dashboard as a such. So I think this chart is very important to see, to have an overview of what's going on. So I've decided to put sales and profit by country here. So basically you can just filter, and you can for each country, and you can get the trends and the chart for basically each country. You can just filter here. You can filter by country, category, city, country, state as such, for example. So to get those to get the trends. So we can click here on the US, and you can see the trends here, that even in the or you can get an overall. So, and then I have this, because it's a very important chart to see what's going on, and it tells you a story of like why they're making a loss here, especially in the table category here. And management can decide what we can do with that, and maybe to review how much discounts, how much we are discounting there as such. And then also, yeah, the yearly trend of profit by subcategory is also important here, as we can as explained earlier, you can see. And then read about the shipping courier. We can see that medium priority orders by standard class also is generating, it's contributing to the most returns, especially like a lot of high priority critical orders are being returned if they are shipped by standard class. Therefore we have to review what is going on here, to ensure that customers can get their products by their high priority products. And you want to make sure that you can do that, because customers are basically, you don't want to encourage this product returns, because it leads to a high churn rate. So yeah, this is basically my overview of the dashboard. So I've thank you so much for listening to the video, and I'm very sorry that I've kind of submitted it a bit late because of everything that's going on, and my health wasn't very good, and I've just been having a lot of issues at home, one after the other, as such. So I really apologize for that, but I've tried my best with this, whatever's going on. Yeah, I just appreciate whatever that can be done with this. So thank you very much.